Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your girl JoJo, and I'm here with the review for Put a Ring on It. This is season one. I do believe they are on episode six, actually. So last week I did review episode five, but I didn't do a review for it because I had so many problems with my Ready to Love review. I actually recorded that three times. I said two. I actually recorded it three different times. So I didn't feel like recording another video. I was just so frustrated once I recorded it a couple of times. So Put a Ring on It did not get the attention it deserved. So I have not quit. I just didn't get to review it last week due to technical problems. Okay. So today we are going to talk about what happened on the episode. It shouldn't take too long. That's why I like doing reviews for this show. I don't really have to do a lot of editing or cut anything out because it's pretty short and to the point because the show does the same thing every week, right? So let's just take it couple by couple. I will start with Tamika and Vince. Why do I feel like I don't have his name right? But I think that's right. Tamika and Vince. Um, Tamika and Vince, their main problem is that they have weird communication. They can't really figure out what it is they're going to talk about. Like one minute they'll be getting along for a string of months, 3 or 4 months, and then Tamika will see something or something will trigger her. She asks him a question. He does not really answer the question, particularly because he's annoyed and he believes they're going to go right back to point one, which is the whole situation with him and that girl. Like they're going to start from the beginning of the trust issues and he just doesn't want to go there. Well, Dr. Nicole tells him, you know what, let him go there. If that's where she want to go, let her go there. But either way, you all have to find a way to have some better forms of communication where you guys aren't constantly I mean what's the solution to not constantly living in the past situation? Like how do you move forward if everything that is done may cause a trigger in you to go back to that very first point, even if it's nothing going on? Because I'm not saying Vince is doing anything, but he could be. But if he, let's say he's not, how do you move on to that next point? So I guess that's what I'm worried about for the two of them. She goes and talks to her family. Her mom and her dad are both good looking people. So it's easy to see where she gets her great looks from. But she goes in there to talk to them, and the mom is just like, "Are you pregnant?" But she says no, she's not pregnant. She just wants to talk to them because she's still having reservations about her relationship. They've definitely broken up a couple of times. Her parents are aware of it. And she just wants to know their advice and their opinion because a lot of things that I feel and think about marriage, I feel and think that because of you all. You all have been together all of my life. They've been together 40 years, actually. And yeah, everything I've learned about marriage and relationships, I've learned from you all. And that was a point that Dr. Nicole made to all of them. The things that you know about love, the things that you know about marriage, is usually from your family members and your home dynamic, which is very true. I always tell people before the church, before anything, your family is your first ministry. The family that you're born into is your first ministry. They're going to teach you a lot of the things that you know before you hit school, before you hit anything else. They shape you a lot in the person that you are, whether you realize it or not. Now, of course, other influences come in later, but that does happen. And so I love that her dad told her, well, you know what? I can appreciate you wanting Vince to have a lot of the characteristics I have, but you have to realize with love, everything is different. Everybody is different. You can't be your mother, and I am not Vince, and Vince can't be me. And I thought that was really good advice because as much as we would like to think that we wouldn't necessarily put on our men to be exactly like our fathers, I have seen that happen. A male friend of mine right now is going through that where he feels like he's being a good husband, but it's never quite enough because she always compares the things that he does or doesn't do to the things that her father has done with her mother or with her. And he always says, like, I'm not, we don't have the same type of personalities, but I'm still trying to be that person for you, but I can't be your dad, right? And that's something that they're actually going through right now. So I do think that that is a very fine point for the father to bring up. And in addition to you can't be your mother, right? So that was good. He says that he still has his reservations about Vince, and that if they were to get married, he just need to talk to him. Okay, see where his head is at. So that let me know that Daddy is not all the way there. His facial expression let me know before he answered the question. Um, as far as everything else with the two of them, they have two separate assignments that they're working. They're working on a different assignment than the other couple. It's just, to me, it's just the communication with them. Like I think there's an issue with communication, and I think there's an issue with trust. It bears more on Tamika, but I honestly, I don't know if it's all in her head that he's doing stuff or if he's actually doing stuff. I think that's the part that I'm having a hard time with, because I'm like, her emotions are so all over the place that you would think he actually is, but maybe, I mean, maybe he's not doing anything. Like, she doesn't seem to have, a whole bunch of women laid out. So I don't know what the solution is for this, y'all. Unfortunately, they're going in circles. So I did watch the date last week. I liked Jazzy. I wanted Jazzy to be my friend, but it seemed to clear up a lot of things for Vince. So, that was good. Yeah, what y'all think about them? Like, what y'all think they need to do? I don't know what they need to do. I don't know. That's why I'm not the doctor, right? So let's talk about Ashley in Hollywood. Ashley goes on another date. Ashley always goes on another date. Her date is the same as it is with the other dates. She likes them well enough, but either it's one or two things that happen when Ashley goes on a date. Either they make her miss Hollywood more, or they make her see things that she's not getting in her current relationship, but she doesn't want to go on a date with him again. They just help her realize some stuff. So this was kind of the same thing. In this situation, she missed Hollywood a little bit more, but she did like that her date was not afraid to get with Hollywood in that room, and she noticed that Hollywood actually felt some type of way about this particular date. There was some, maybe his he didn't feel as secure as he normally did, even though he said he wasn't worried about it. She noticed maybe some differences when she got home, and even Hollywood mentioned she didn't want to lay on me when I was on the couch. She normally come lay on my chest, and I. So obviously he was feeling a little bit of ways about Charles. Okay, Charles Davis. Was it Charles Davis or David? Was it like the shoe? Y'all know y'all got the Charles. Do Charles still make shoes? Anyway, so they had a cool date. He's very laid back. He said he likes to tell corny jokes. He seems like a little bit quieter, much quieter than Hollywood. But they had a cool date. Ashley always has cool dates to me, but she doesn't want to go out with him again. Let's see what else with them. Look at my notes real quick. It really wasn't too much. I guess Hollywood is gonna go on another date. He didn't choose to go on another date with the same girl, so I guess he's gonna go on a new date next episode. But we know with them, a lot of their issues seem to stem around the fact that Ashley just cannot get over the calling off of the wedding. I'm starting to understand her a little bit more. There was a lot of embarrassment involved. They had already bought tickets, like things were scheduled and planned, and she just feels like it's all very tainted. Having another wedding day is very tainted for her. And I don't know, that's sad. I don't know what I would do in that situation. It would have been hard for me to go back when he called it off. It would have been hard for me to stay in the relationship. And I guess now she feels a level of embarrassment, or maybe she doesn't feel like she's going to enjoy the process of getting married. Maybe she feels like he's not going to be there. Again, you guys, it's very... Those two, I don't know. I think Ashley's comfortable. I think she's comfortable where she's at with Hollywood. I don't feel like she trusts him to stay in a marriage with her. And I think it's for more reasons than she's presenting. So she needs to, come on, girl, spill the beans. Let us know let us know more of how you're feeling. She's already revealed a lot, but I think there's more there. Who's next? Shay and Michael. Let me just breathe for a second. Get my thoughts together. Okay. So Shay didn't do herself any favors on this episode or the last episode. I was disappointed. I was disappointed in the way that Shay behaved on the episode. Okay, let me just try to get into it. So we know from last week that there's been some conversation about Zion, I think that's his name, moving in with Michael. That is his son. His son is a little bit older. I think he's like 11 or 12. So he's a little bit older, but Michael wants the son to be with him. It was always said that the older he got, that him and the mom agreed that he was going to live with Michael. I think that's fine. That's a fine idea if that's what you guys want to do. She's in Charlotte, he's in Atlanta. That's really not that far away in the grand scheme of things. So it could work. It really could work. Shay is concerned that their relationship is going to change during the summer. Everything was different. Are we going to travel as much? Are we going to have as much fun? Are we going to be as connected? And I will tell you guys, just coming from somebody who does have experience with dating men with children, it's always just been something I haven't been bothered by, because you guys know how I feel about having my own children. So that has never really been a big concern for me. It was almost like a win-win. Y'all had the babies, and then let me just be Auntie Joe, and I'm cool with that. But yeah, so I've had some experience dating men with children. I try to stay out of the whole baby mom situation, but I've always been more drawn to and more attracted to men who are actively in their children's lives. I do not date men who are not in their children's lives. If I find out about it early on in the dating process, I cut my ties, and I will say why. I will say why, and it's not to put them down. I know your situation might be a little bit different, but that's something it's just a person I can't be with. It's just, I can't do that. So I prefer for you to be an active participant in your child's life. And I'm very, I ain't really too keen on them weekends either. Like that, I don't even really like that. I mean, when I say active, I like active. I'm a joint custody person myself because I need to see it, right? Based on how I grew up, I know that children need both parents in their lives. I know that they need it, okay? So I don't even really like the whole, okay, I get you for half the time, and then you turn 15, then you go with this other parent full time. Like, I do believe both need to be felt. I know it's complicated, y'all, but I feel like the child benefits more as a whole person when both parents are in their lives. That's it. That's all I'm trying to say, as equally as possible. So, I know that it is difficult dating someone with children. I know that you do have to take a back seat. And if you're not the type of woman who can do that, then that's fine. Especially if you don't have children. That's your privilege. That's your choice. You can date other people. I meant to say that's your preference. That's your choice. You can date other people who don't have children. So I'm not saying that Shay is wrong for feeling what she feels, but she is wrong for expecting Michael to put his own child in the back seat and put her up front. It's just not going to happen that way. And that's the trade-off that you take when you deal with somebody who has children. You should want their kids to be up there, because, honey, if they'll do it to their own DNA, for you, child, ain't no telling who they'll cross when they get tired of you, okay? They did it to their own blood, their own children. And that's something that you have to be careful of. He should never choose you over the child. Talking about seeing Michael choose him over me. I mean, I don't have children, but it did sting. It shouldn't sting, Shay. It shouldn't sting. And as soon as I heard her say, like, my definition of a good husband is somebody who's all about me and who wants to make sure I'm taken care of, that let me know that she should not date men who have children at all. She should steer clear of that. She really shouldn't date men who are probably too involved with their family either, because she needs it to be all about her. She wants it to be all about her. Michael is not the right type of man for her. Now, Michael is not without faults, because I feel like Michael knew that Shay was not the right woman for him a long time ago and chose not to cut the ties either. When you felt like you couldn't understand her feelings for you, that was the time to cut the ties as well. I blame both of them for not cutting the ties. I'm not looking at either one favorably, but I am looking at him favorably when it comes to his son. I like his attitude. I like what he's trying to do. I like how he feels it is important. And yeah, Michael, do what you got to do. I mean, that's it. It's your son or nothing. I don't have a problem with that. He goes out again with Winter. The date, Michael is feeling Winter. I think it's a lot of physical attraction more so than intellectual or anything like that. But he's feeling her, and Winter is feeling him. And Winter is, she's not afraid to cross whatever line she can cross. She already been texting him. She said she forgot about Shay. So they're in a very dangerous territory. She don't mind his son. You're getting in some places, all right? You're getting in some places. Shay goes out with Peyton for no other reason than just to be petty. I don't think she's interested in Peyton. I don't think she likes Peyton like that. I think she has, again, a physical attraction to him, but a lot of it was tit for tat, and Dr. Nicole called her out about it. Look, don't create any kind of false feelings or false situations that you don't really care about just to get something out of him. And that's the biggest thing for Shay. She wants to get some type of emotion, some type of care and concern out of Michael that I don't even think is his personality to do a whole lot of lovey-dovey gushy stuff, and B, I really don't think he has the connection with her that she believes that they have. I don't think it's I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he trusts her all the way. Yeah, but the whole son thing and the Airbnb, she genuinely said that she thought she could separate the two. I thought I could marry Michael and then he have his relationship with his son and they would be separate. No, where? I want to know where she believes that they do that at. Now, you don't have to have a relationship necessarily with the child's mother, but you will have a relationship with his son. You will be accepting both of them, Shay. Are we living in the same world, baby? So yeah, I just think they need to cut it. It's almost annoying me to watch these two. Then they dress alike and it's just, ooh, child. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode. That was really all I had, and we're going to see what happens next week. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Bye.